Now we're going to add a script to our animator. So here's our animator that makes our Wario walk, and then if we change the state to 1, he'll jump, or change the state to -1, he'll jump left. Right? We've done that. Now we want to do some kind of script that will change the state when things are done, like hit the keys or something like that. So I made a new Mario controller script, and here it is. So since the animator is the part in Unity that controls that, we need to get access to the animator. So we make an animator object. So animator, and I called mine animate. So that's our first variable. And then in the start, we take our animator, we're going to get the component animator. So that animator that's in the game, we're going to get it. And then we can do things in the update with it. So I made a variable called current state. It's an integer, and it gets the variable state. So remember, that was our thing that we changed to make it go from walk to run. We made it 0 to 1 was state. So if the current state is 0, then I said print out walking. Print command is the same as the debug log command. So it'll print walking in the console if that's true. Then I put another if the J key is pressed, that's what this says. So if the input get key is the J key, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to change that state variable from 0 to 1. So I'm going to take my animator, I'm going to set integer, the state variable, into 1. And so it will jump. So let's build and test it out. So it starts at a 0. You can see it says walking down there. You can see it says walking down there. And then I hit the J key, and he goes to jump. And I haven't done anything to set it back from 1 to 0, so he just keeps jumping. So you gotta think about in your code what things you might want, keys that would work. You could do lots of different things and how to set him back, etc. Another way to control animations that may just go from one to another is with a trigger instead of a variable. So here in my parameters in the animator, I can go plus, and when we add, we could add a float, an integer, a boolean, or a trigger. So I added a trigger, and I called it jump. I'll make another one, jump 2. And then I put it on my transition. So before I had the transition changing my state, but now I've just put the jump, and I'll put jump 2. So when jump 2 is hit, it will trigger this transition instead of using the state. Now how do I code that? I come in here and I say I've used a T for trigger get. So if the T code is hit, I'm going to set my trigger to jump 2. And I'll put another one because I have 2 triggers. And if the, we'll say X key is hit, we will trigger the plain jump. Alright, so let's save it. And we'll run it. And there he's walking. I hit the T, and he jumps. I hit the Z, and it triggers it back down. So T, jump, Z, using the triggers instead of the states. So a couple of ways, depending on what you want to do, different kinds of things will work for different kind of animations. So we learned how to change a state variable, an integer variable, and a trigger variable, and connect our animator to a script.